Hi, this is Angie. Today I want to talk to you about the term Sabbath day. The Sabbath day holds immense historical and religious significance in Christianity, serving as a day of rest and worship for believers. The debate surrounding whether the Sabbath should be observed on Saturday or Sunday dates back centuries and continues to be a topic of discussion among Christians. This article will explore the origins of the Sabbath in Christianity, the reasons behind the shift from Saturday to Sunday worship, and the theological implications of observing the Sabbath day. The Sabbath, as it is known in Christian tradition, traces its roots back to the creation story in the book of Genesis. In Genesis chapter 2 verses 2 and 3, it is written, "By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing, so on the seventh day he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done." This passage the Sabbath as a day of rest and reflection, following the pattern set by God during the creation of the world. Throughout the Old Testament, the observance of the Sabbath is emphasized as a sacred day dedicated to worship and rest. In Exodus chapter 20 verses 8 to 11, one of the 10 commandments given to Moses includes the instruction to remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work. This commandment underscores the importance of setting aside one day each week for spiritual rejuvenation and connection with God. In Jewish tradition, the Sabbath is observed from Friday evening to Saturday evening, with strict guidelines on what activities are permissible during this time. This practice has been maintained by the Jewish community for thousands of years, keeping alive the tradition of the Sabbath as a day of rest and worship. In early Christianity, there was a transition from observing the Sabbath on Saturday to worshiping on Sunday, known as the Lord's Day. This shift can be attributed to several factors, including the influence of Roman culture and the significance of Sunday as the day of Christ's resurrection. The New Testament records the early Christian community gathering for worship on the first day of the week, Sunday. In Acts 20 verse 7, it states, "On the first day of the week, we came together to break bread." This passage indicates a shift in the Christian tradition of gathering for worship on Sunday, in honor of Christ's resurrection. The theological implications of observing Sunday as the Sabbath day are rooted in the belief that Jesus Christ fulfilled the requirements of the Old Testament law, including the Sabbath commandment. In Colossians chapter 2 verses 16 and 17, it is written, "Therefore do not let anyone judge you by what you eat or drink, or with regard to a religious festival, a new moon celebration, or a Sabbath day. These are a shadow of the things that were to come. The reality, however, is found in Christ." This passage suggests that the Sabbath laws were symbolic of the rest and salvation found in Christ, rather than a strict observance of a specific day. The early Christian church adopted Sunday as the day of worship to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which took place on a Sunday. This practice became widespread among Christian communities, leading to the establishment of the Lord's Day as the primary day of worship. Despite this shift to Sunday observance, there are still Christian denominations that adhere to Saturday as the Sabbath day. The Seventh-day Adventist Church, for example, observes Saturday as the Sabbath in accordance with the 10 Commandments and the belief that the Sabbath was instituted at creation. The ongoing debate between Saturday and Sunday as the Sabbath day reflects differing interpretations of biblical texts and theological perspectives within Christianity. Some argue for the importance of maintaining Saturday as the Sabbath in adherence to the law of God, while others contend that Sunday worship honors the resurrection of Christ and the new covenant established through his sacrifice. Interviews with religious scholars. and experts can provide valuable insights into the Sabbath day debate and its significance in Christian faith. Dr. John Smith, a biblical scholar and theologian, explains, the Sabbath debate is a complex issue that involves historical, theological, and practical considerations. While the shift to Sunday worship has been widely accepted in the Christian tradition, there are valid arguments for maintaining Saturday as the Sabbath in accordance with the Ten Commandments. Dr. Sarah Adams, a professor of Christian history, adds, the transition to Sunday worship reflects the early church's emphasis on the resurrection of Christ as the central event of Christian faith. Sunday became a day of celebration and worship in remembrance of the victory over sin and death that Christ achieved through his resurrection. Overall, the Sabbath day holds a central place in Christian tradition as a time of rest, reflection, and worship. Whether observed on Saturday or Sunday, the Sabbath serves as a reminder of God's presence in the lives of believers and the importance of setting aside time for spiritual renewal. The ongoing debate between Saturday and Sunday as the Sabbath day reflects the diversity of thought within the Christian community and the various interpretations of biblical teachings. Ultimately, the observance of the Sabbath is a deeply personal and spiritual practice that remains an integral part of Christian faith. I hope this short discussion about the Sabbath and Sunday gives you a better perspective why some Christians celebrate Saturday or Sunday as their time to worship. To watch more videos talking about biblical issues or today's cultural issues, go to our website at nehemiahreset.org or to our Rumble.com channel. We post new videos on a weekly basis. You can help us out by sharing these videos with your friends on videos you think may help them with a particular topic. Have a great day and live this week for Christ.
Action to vote for their biblical values and to actively engage the culture. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our Rumble, YouTube and Facebook channels. You can also visit our website at nehemiahreset.org to learn more about our vision, our resources, and our upcoming events. Thank you for your support and God bless you.